Today we will be talking about two companies from China that are dominating the scene here in the US. Both of them are very rapidly rising and growing. One company, which is TikTok, which I think most of the people here would know due to their social videos and shorts that happened, that has basically taken over the whole world with the storm. And the other companies, Temu, which may be relatively less known by many people, which is like a e-commerce player. So I think both these companies have basically seen a rapid rise since COVID first struck in 2020, and over the years they have seen double-digit growth over the last 3 to 4 years, I would say. Um, TikTok, while it started as a social media platform through their videos and short videos that they used to have, they became the number one app on social media, surpassing all Instagram, YouTube, and things along those lines. But due to some bans that they saw in India and the crisis that they are seeing right now here in the US, you can check out my podcast around TikTok. I talked about it. They will no longer be independent or a Chinese held company, or in fact be banned in US. Anything is possible at this point of time. But having said that, what has TikTok done is they have started their own ad serving systems through which people can now directly advertise on TikTok. So they are monetizing that, and it's extremely successful because they have tons of followers, they have a lot of activity and engagement on TikTok videos. So it's a prime space for advertisement. So in fact, they're giving a run for the money to all Facebook, Google, and things along those lines, because these are all ad tech companies. So that ad shares are now starting to move towards TikTok, and many of the large enterprise advertisers who always have a social media advertising strategy across Facebook, Google, are now also thinking of basically having it across TikTok. So that tells you that even though existing players such as Google and Facebook are there, they are American companies, have been there for over 2 decades or so. Still, like a relatively unknown company from China grows so massive in scale that it basically captures the imagination of the whole world. So it also gives you a understanding that no company is forever. You cannot retain number one stock forever, and you can easily, basically not easily, I would not say easily, but there is a chance for newer companies to come in the scene and disrupt the existing apple cart, which is what TikTok has done, both on the social media side as well as on the the scene of advertising. So I'm seeing a message. Let me say, Bobby Romero. Hi, Bobby. I hope you're doing well. If you have any question, please feel free to shoot it out, and I'll try to answer it as I get to it. Then essentially, so what has happened is that number one advertising company here in the U.S., in fact, in the whole world, is Google right now. Number two is Facebook with respect to revenues. And number three is Amazon, because it just has such a big marketplace that a lot of people want to advertise on Amazon as well. In addition to that, now essentially TikTok is also taking the third spot, especially in the social media sector, even if not as an aggregate numbers. And all the major advertisers are noticing this. So that is going to be a big play, and hence, if at all TikTok actually goes down, if it gets shut down, then I think immediately the share prices of Google and Facebook will basically because that's going to happen very, very quickly. Similarly, in case if some other company that is essentially, let's say, a Google or maybe even Microsoft or even Facebook acquires TikTok, then also their share price will rise, because now they will have additional asset which is highly basically viral content that is there available on TikTok, is now owned by American companies. So Logan, hi, Braden, I liked. Thank you very much. So thank you very much for your comments. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to answer them. Back to my podcast. So essentially, as you can see, a relatively unknown company such as TikTok has basically taken over the market. They are basically challenging all the major big tech companies such as Meta and Google. and they've already made their name in advertising space, that all the major advertisers and enterprises now, when they have to do a social media advertising strategy, they always have a TikTok angle as well to it. So that's about TikTok. Now let's shift. No, so before I shift on to Temu, now TikTok has also started their TikTok.shop. That's their e-commerce or social, e-commerce play. And I think that is still kind of being built, but soon or later, I think they will have some play in the e-commerce sector as well, which means now they are going to directly compete with your Amazon and eBay and Walmarts of the world. So not only are they going to be like big strong contender on the advertising side, but then they can also start basically challenging the e-commerce side of the things as well. um, so why it makes sense for TikTok to basically compete with Amazon? I think because of their viral video content, they have a possibility of showing relevant ads and hence do e-commerce transaction on the ad itself on their platform. So I can definitely see a possibility of that, but how successful they will be, it's anyone's guess. As you know, there has been a lot of monetization efforts and e-commerce play on Instagram, on YouTube, on WhatsApp, and even Google and Meta have tried that as well, but they have not been extremely successful. While their advertising business is very flourishing, it's number one even till date today, makes lot tons of money, but I don't think their monetization aspect on the e-commerce side is any good. So I'm doubtful that even TikTok will be able to highly monetize their e-commerce play, but I think in advertising they are going to kill it if they continue to go the way they are doing right now. So let's shift gears towards Temu now. So as you would have seen through some of my podcasts and what's going around in the industry, that inflation remains to be extremely high here in the US, especially the food and commodity prices that are daily consumables like milk, like cheese, bread, eggs, and things along those lines have actually risen in prices. They are almost double the price they used to be in 2021 in less than 4 years actually. While the wages etc. have remained kind of stagnant. On top of that, gas prices still remain extremely high. So even with all the things that Fed has done, all the government measures that has happened, stimulus has gone away. We are not being able to control inflation. As a result, people are now much more cautious in spending even for like daily essential items such as food and groceries. As a result, now people are trying to bargain, people are trying to look for deals, and that is why a lot of people have started shifting their buying towards things like Dollar General or dollar stores that are across nation. uh, Having said that, um, lot of things in the past have become very expensive. For instance, Walmart online delivery is minimum $35 order, and Amazon used to be $25. They have also upped it to $35 minimum. While if you order it on Temu, it used to be $10. More recently, I think they have made it $15 as well. But the beauty here is that on Temu, all the long tail items, so like maybe car accessories, spendables such as art and craft, small items, small electronic items such as covers and cases for mobile phones, or screen guards, or headphones, pen, paper, pencils, and things along those lines. So all those non-branded long tail items on retail are damn cheap on Temu. I myself have ordered multiple items. While the quality is all over the place, I wouldn't say that if I were to buy, let's say, food, or if I were to buy clothing for my kids and all, most likely I'm not going to buy it on Temu, right? Because I'm not sure about the quality. But if I want to like get an adhesive, or I want to get some art and craft papers, or even if I wanted to get, like, let's say, wiper braids, or I wanted to get you know some kind of heat cover for my car, or things along those lines, right? Which are kind of like what we call it as white label products, non-branded products, unbranded products, and things along those lines, that are also plentifully available on Walmart. Even car accessories and parts, like if I want to get some wiper blades, or even I want to get some nozzles and things along those lines, which are after parts, we call it as, not OEM products. Those you can find on Temu or rather easily, like, or maybe some prescription, non-prescription glasses and things like that. I have seen some of these products are actually under like $5 or even $2 that are available on Temu, and you can order it there, or maybe just some uh, basic batteries and things like that. And same products are available also on Amazon and Walmart, which are all priced at like $10 plus. So if the it is an unbranded item, it is a long tail item, you don't care too much about the brand and things like that, those products I basically buy on Temu. And Temu pricing is almost one fifth or at least one third of like what you find it on Amazon and Walmart. So I'm seeing that a lot of people here in the US have discovered Temu, and they're ordering basically on Temu. So Temu is basically rapidly rising their growth, 100% growth in the last year itself. And I think already it is giving sleepless nights to Amazon and Walmart executives, because people under stress, with joblessness here in the US and rapid rising unemployment, are now very, very cautious, and they're looking for alternatives. So they are looking for bargains and deals, and that is why they're shopping more on dollar stores and Dollar General when they have to go offline. And for online, they're choosing Temu, especially for these kind of product lines. So I think there is a great future for Temu, because they're coming as a like a godsend in this economy where things are uncertain. People want to save, and why shouldn't the people be saving? Anyway, it is an unbranded product, so it doesn't matter if it comes through Amazon or Walmart, it is going to be unbranded in either way. So why not with Temu? The only drawback that I see from Temu is because they sell internationally, so generally all the products that come from Temu come directly from China actually. And hence, any product that is being delivered, it will easily take like 10 to 15 days, or maybe sometimes even 20 days. But the beauty is, if you can wait, it's not urgent, and it's unbranded product, you can get it for damn cheap. Like for like whenever I have to like make a order for like, let's say, $15, everything is so cheap for $2, $3 itself, that I have to add at least 3 4 items just to like complete the minimum order value. And sometimes they are just running sales where they will even send you something which is of like $1 or $2 without having any delivery fees as well. So either you do $15 or you pay the delivery fees, which is rather inexpensive. On Walmart and Amazon, it is like minimum is $35. And even Walmart and Amazon nowadays are taking like 2 3 days, 4 days, 5 days in delivering products. In fact, some of my products that I have ordered on Walmart got stuck for like 2 to 3 weeks now. So that's the level of difference that Temu is able to deliver a product internationally from China all the way to your home here in the US in turnaround time of less than, let's say, 2 weeks, right? Whereas some products in the US by Amazon and Walmart are delayed sometimes by 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, majority of the products come in like 2 to 3 days, maybe maximum only 3 to 4 days. In rare categories, maybe 1 or 2% of the product may take like 2 3 weeks to come within the US from Amazon and Walmart. But more often than not, I've seen specifically with FedEx and US UPS, etc., that there will be notification that your product has been delivered. But when I go and check out in my mail room, it's not there. And if I check after 1 or 2 days, then I find that product out there. So I think many of these logistic players, what they are doing is that just to mark their deliveries that are on time, they're marking it as delivered, but actually they deliver it the next day or like 2 days after. So this is a malpractice. I think I've tried to report it multiple times. I have tried to do that with Walmart, I have tried to do that with the Amazon, and then I also shopped basically from Nordstrom and Macy's and Gap and other players. So even when you report it to them, they will mark it as like lost, in transit or stolen, which is not the case because they have practically never been even delivered. So this is a malpractice I saw that started during time of COVID, and it still is persisting right now. I don't know why it has not been removed yet, or maybe their goals are such that delivery boys have to mark it as delivered, even if it is not, just to meet some quota or things like that. So I don't know whether we will be able to fix this or not. But But long story short, I think the crux of this matter is that Temu and TikTok, both these companies are rising. Both have a very good advertising play and e-commerce play. While on e-commerce side, Temu is definitely winning, and they're already giving shockwaves to all like Walmart, Amazon, eBay, and those kind of companies. And on the advertising side, TikTok is basically like eating the cake for all like Meta, Google, and things like that. Well, other story is Temu is also, I have heard, building their own advertising server. So I'll not be surprised that as Temu's growth increases, they will have their own advertising as well, that people would like to start like doing ads on Temu itself, like how they do it over Amazon and Walmart. So as you would have seen, Amazon is now the number three player in the advertising side as well, because Amazon Marketplace brings in so much of traffic and demand that a lot of advertisers now want to directly be on Amazon to just have their ads on Amazon because people are going to click on them. Similarly, over the last, I would say, 3 to 4 years, Walmart has ramped up their advertising as well, because again, their marketplace is also bringing in a lot of demand, because now they own close to 6% of the e-commerce market in the US, while Amazon is around 44% and everybody else is less than 2%, 1%, etc. So even in Walmart side of business, they are attracting a lot of ad dollars as well, right? But they are not closer to Amazon or Google or Facebook. But from an Amazon, from a Walmart perspective, it's a new revenue stream for them. So I can completely imagine that once Temu becomes even more established and they see a lot more demand, a consistent demand that sustains, they will also start attracting a lot of US advertisers who will want to basically advertise there, especially for long tail and unbranded products who wants to sell over Temu actually. So right now, since all these products are being sourced from the China market, uh, I don't see third-party advertisers of US to advertise on basically Temu. Most likely, the advertisers who are in China and those countries, Asian countries, will be advertising on Temu because it is their product that is being sold. So from that perspective, it will be still some time before Temu becomes a contender in the advertising side as well. But on the e-commerce side of the business, they are already a contender and they're basically doing exceptionally well. Similarly, TikTok is a very good contender on the advertising side and they're doing exceptionally well, including for all advertisers across the world, primarily within the US and in all other countries as well. So that was it for today. I hope you liked this video. I did see some of the comments. They were basically, greeting me. But if any of one of you who is still there, who has any question, please feel free to ask me questions. If it is related to the current topic of this podcast, please feel free to do so. If you have any other question in your mind, please feel free to do that as well. I'll be giving you an app round to answer as well. And if I don't know the answers, I'll basically research about it and then comment it back on the video once it gets posted online as well. So if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, please write to us. Do let me know if there is any other topic in your mind you think I should be covering. I'll be covering that as well. If you like this video, do subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and family, spend time with your friends and family. We are in the last month of summer here in the US, so I'll just encourage every one of you to spend those last month outside, go to parks, go to lakes, eat healthy food, sleep well, exercise, and spend time with your family because family is primary for everyone. So, with that note, I will leave you here, meet you for the next time on another video, and talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.